What's up, people? Welcome back to another Fractured Daydream video. This time I'm gonna go over an update. So they just released 1.200. Says on there December 26th. So let's go over what kind of characters adjustments they did. So what I read through, they definitely did a lot of buffs. Damage dealer effect increased 20 to 25%. That's good. Event skill, star splash 10%, so increase. So basically, they buff a lot of, a lot of characters, but they are nerfing some of them. We're gonna go over them anyway. Effect duration for unique skill leaders boost. Length 20 to 30 seconds. I think this update will definitely make a lot of characters stronger, and they haven't touched for some of the other characters like OP characters. I mean, they're gonna be same. Like I always suggested SAO long time ago, is that instead of worry about what's the best weapon, what's the best character, like for dual or whatever, bring every other weapons up. Instead of nerfing the strong weapon, just bring everything up. Which they did that in this update, which is good. Now I don't know if it's gonna be the same, stratosphere as Kirito or Yuki, but with these kind of updates, it certainly helped to boost other characters. I mean, they're already strong. I mean, they're just not the strongest, but with that, it will certainly make the gameplay much easier. I mean, they're already OP. I mean, I'm using majority of them anyway. Now they buffed them. That's gonna be even awesome. Base stats will increase. Will greatly improved. Tracking is kind of a problem. Like what I meant is that when you use a sword skill and the boss moves and it does not auto adjust. When you're about to use it and moves, and then it's gonna go whatever direction you're aiming at. It's kind of a problem. So lightning counter will be a great increase, 450%. Range stun rate will be 25% to 50%. So pretty awesome. Klein. Zeku expanded upward, so it might hit a higher, which is nice because Zeku. The problem with Zeku is like, for Klein is that you can't really adjust. You can't really adjust like Yuki or Kirito's. Like you hold down a button and you can't readjust the camera angle. So if you miss, you miss. Really, it kind of sucks. But unique skills greatly reduced. Animation time certainly. Animation gets me kill a lot in extreme rate. That's the problem. It might not get you killed in the regular rate, but in extreme, there are some characters who, seeing after using a sword skill, you better hope you're not getting hit because the boss is gonna be instantly turning 180 and attack you. So that's the problem with another problem with extreme rate is that bosses should not be able to do 180 attack. They'll be looking forward, about to attack forward, and they turn around and they hit you immediately. So while you're doing something in the middle of sword skill or whatever, it sucks. So base attack increase for Agio, increase movement speed. Oh, we needed that. This is good. Like tanks, my goodness, doing free from they're so slow because it kind of sucks to run around with them. Some attack are tough to land, be adjusted accordingly, and break ton will be increased 50%. So a lot of increases, and now the Warcry fall attacks will be greatly increased to 70%. Nice. Heathcliff. Change the damage guard effect. Okay. That's not too bad. The reduced damage is actually awesome. Now this is one of the things. When I was talking about the vicinity deployment, it's like you can spawn it like UE orbs, but now they changed to 4. So once you reach 4, you're no longer getting it. But then again, I gotten it 6 before, because it was instant cooldown 3 in a row, and then it certainly break the game like Yui. But the thing is, you won't spawn that many like Yui for Heathcliff. So it certainly takes a while. The only way you can get it just by instant cooldown. And once limit reach, the effects duration be extended to 30 seconds. So not bad. That's good adjustment. I never really have a problem with this. I always have 2 anyway, so it doesn't 2 or 4. It doesn't really matter too much. Next one. Required passes getting more armor be linked from 25% to line to 40%. That's awesome. Now, one thing I do want to say is this, especially for Alice, is they say that the gauge unique skill enhanced armament fills 10% faster and the amount of reduced increase of 20 to 30%, which is going to be nice on top of the unique skill effects on legendary passive. Now, one thing I do wish in this game is that when you're charging your unique skill, like your L1, you shouldn't need to wait till it's full in order to use it. You know, for anybody who played the AL, you can use your super R at any time, any amount when you need it. Like some characters takes forever to charge to full. So why don't they give us the option to use whatever the amount you have and activate it anytime you want. So you can deplete it and then recharge it however you want and activate again. It doesn't have to be full because this is kind of terrible design. So people can't even use it unless you get it full, which some of the characters it could take a long time. So osmosis boom, it's increased 5% to 8%. So this activation, this is like takes 0 damage. It was originally 5%, which just seems it's alright. I mean, it's not enough to make you take 0 damage, but it certainly helps. Straya. Let's see, strike disaster increase attack 15% stage 1 charge, 20% stage 2 charge, and yeah, so on. And Straya's basically, it's gonna increase. We really do need speed, and her unique skill needs to be charged faster. Like if you use her unique skill, you basically only able to use like just like a few source skill. You really don't really have enough time. So they did the same thing with Alice, which is nice. So now the full charge will be increased to 20, 30%, so get even more boost. So they basically buff a whole bunch of characters. Not a whole bunch, they're gonna pretty much buff all the characters. They only nerf a couple. So our goal will be increased 45%, 60%. So okay, whatever. That's not a big deal because that's a triangle attack. So on the area effect for the event skill while dive that's increased. Yes, this is good when she used the drill. Basically, if you landed on top of the enemy, you can infinite drill, but now you can't. I thought it was like it'd be nice, you can do that, but you can't. But you can drill for a very long time compared to only hit a couple times. You can hit it probably up to, like a lot, like 8 to 10 times, I think. But let's see, power attack against skill deadly peers will increase roughly 50% damage increase. Okay, from behind, so 1.2 to 1.5. That's really good. Attack duration for the unique skill, risky stealth, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. While attack will be greatly increased 20%. Although this thing, the stealth, I still have question about stealth. Sometimes enemies still attack me even I'm in stealth mode. So yeah, I'm not sure. It could be just drawn in there by teammates or something. I'd be nice if they just don't see you, but I felt like sometimes they still see you even if you're invisible or something. Surprise attack be increased. Cool, then. Using gun be great increase around 30%. Okay. Wow. They really buff Lynn. That's gonna be amazing though, even though she's already really, really strong. So certain events that were hard to land will adjust according. Yes. Her event skill is suck. I mean, it's like it's so hard to hit. Not that it sucks for doing damage. It sucks for locking on a target to hit a target. That's what I meant by sucks. The camera angles, especially because you haven't you can miss a lot of time, especially when she slides. And yeah, the unique skill Berserk Lyn will increase 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Well, she's gonna get even more buff on her unique skill. That's gonna be hard to catch up the combos sometimes, but usually Lyn will be so easy to get combos. I mean, for that challenge. Crit rate of the passive effect emergent will increase 12 to 17%. Very good. Edgy. Event skill, Fierce Combo will increase 10%. The attack track improve That's good. Now, Yuki. Event skill, Devil's Judgment will be increased by 10%, so they buff her. She's already OP. She's like Kirito. I mean, but let's at least they didn't buff her too much, so they realize how strong Yuki is. Xenon. Let's see. Attack event skill. This grenade will increase 200%. That could potentially help a little bit, but Xenon really just the first skill that's actually the burst be really powerful. But I'm surprised they didn't do anything with it. So surcharge will be increased 15-20%. So okay. Fuka, what do we got? Area effect event skill, healing grenade will be increased. Yes, this will be a very good change because sometimes the circle is so small and you kind of have to be in there. So that might make a interesting healing, but I don't know. I mean, I got better choices with healers. Death Gun. Electric bullets will be increased 50%. Star Splash will be increased 40%. So they basically buff all these. Extend to 6 seconds to 15 seconds. That sounds good. Because Death Gun will be in that much longer now. So event skill will be greatly increased 300%. Now stun enemies. Very good. Very good change. Administrator privilege will be increased slightly. 1% for each buff. Okay, not bad. That's a cool passive there. Although I didn't really use it as much because certain builds you have certain much better options. But this will be a fun one to put on. Yu-Gi-Oh! Increase movement speed. Yes. We needed that. Also, they should have put that for Alice as well, I think. I mean, all the tank users, can we just get a little bit speed buff, like just running in the game? Like, not necessarily on like everything, but just movement speed a little bit be better. So, attack of the heavy attack, Isis charge, increase 50%. Rage spike, increase 10%. So they buff and buff and buff. Good. So base attack stats will increase for Oberon. Precision field increase 200%. That's awesome. So Summon Guardian duration 20 seconds to 30 seconds. Excellent. This is anytime they buff the unique skill, it's good. This is what I like to see. Like I say, like buffing, not nerfing. Well, it would be nice in another SAO. I mean, like bring up all the weapons, but like I say, at least this game they are listening to somewhat degree. This is good. Lifa base attack stats will increase. By how much? They don't really say. So, fighting blade will increase 15%. Flying gust will be 200%. That's a whole bunch of these characters gonna be fun to play. Good thing I leveled up a lot of them, but now I need to rethink about who else I'm gonna level up. I mean, we'll see. So let's see. Unique skill increase 20 seconds to 30 seconds. Silica base attack increase. So 200% proportion of attack. Okay, Hydro Breathe. This one they also increased. I guess they're just gonna buff everything. I mean, in general. So, the amount of percentage mid-tier idol will be increased 12 to 50%. Yo, that's gonna heal even more because it's already healed insane amount on my healer. So I was using it a lot earlier today on Yui. This one is like on extreme, like playing on extreme, you can heal like 60-70% of HP now with 3% even more. Yo, that's gonna be insane. Yuna event skill Sonic Bomb correctly so that it cannot be hit by an outlet's attack. Huh, so it can be hit by an outlet attack, huh? That's interesting. I rarely see that, but sometimes I turn it off so I might not see it. But unique skill high voltage will be increased 10%, so that's really good, so it will actually charge up a lot more. Now this one. So gonna increase number attack, pixie, so 50%, speed, and attack of gun base, heavy attacks, Increase 50%. I mean, even though I don't really use that one that much. Now, people say Yui will not get Nerf. Who said that in the comment section back in the day, huh? Maximum amount of orb advanced skill satellite orbs will change to 6. Any extra orb generated will extend to the effect duration up to 30 seconds. So you're not gonna get any more orbs. So you cannot spam in so many of them. But now, instead of give you that many, it gives you time. So you might not get as OP. But she's still a very good character. I will still use her for like the healer build. Although it's good to have that, still have that accessory for crit cooldown. And you can get the healing skill back much faster. Now going back to this, they did nerf Yui, period. Somebody was arguing like, yeah, they're not gonna touch it. It's not a bug. It's not a problem. It's not a glitch. It's not an exploit. Blah blah blah. Well, here's the patch note. So take a look. Why did they fix it? Because of the problem. That's why they fixed it. So that's the end of the story. Like that's the end of the argument for whether Yui was broken or not, or they're gonna get patched or not, or they're gonna fix it or not. Yes, they did. It's right here. So let's move on to the next one. Adjust to character movement speed. Let's see. Following focused character will have movement speed a certain level. Okay. Interesting. So we're gonna Liz, get that? Klein, Agio, Alice. Yes. Tank. Yes, it's the tank users. Fantastic. So that's gonna be awesome. Now, what's the next one? Equipment, special effects adjustments, change the low fire art, the nose bite. Offense, skill, attack up. So it's from 6 to that. Ultimate damage, 7 to that. Weak point, 7 to 10. Okay, weak point crit rate, 6 to... This is really good. The weak point crit rate is really good for a gun user. I'm still trying to farm for that. Let's see, attack on max H. Look, like this here, it's very hard to sustain at max HP to really use this. Sometimes, like, it's like you practically have to get no hit for your, sniper users or whatever you want to use, or a gun user, but it's so, like, I'd say it's very, very, difficult, a passive for people to use the effect that they use in a fight, especially extreme. Like, good luck not taking a single damage, like a single hit, but stay a max sometimes. But sometimes if you take a hit, you're dead anyway. So you kind of have to stay a max. So I can see this effects will actually work really well. Now credit damage up at max, so 11 to 20%. Yeah, maybe usable. I mean, this is the same as the other one. Anything with a max HP is sketchy. Just really sketchy. But damage to poison enemy effect, so it's 8% to 12%. Damage to stun enemy, 8%, 15%. Frozen, 8, 15. Elms are resistant. Ray up effect, 13 to 15. Yo, they buffed the 2. That's fantastic. The recovery amount is 0.6 to 1. Event skill instant cooldown effect will be changed so that applied at the highest level, 10 to 20%. So this effect does not stack. So they did confirm it. I mean, even though we already knew this one here, the special effect does not stack. So people was asking like, yo, how many do you need for the instant cooldown? Well, there they said it's like they do not stack, so you cannot put any more than that. And basically, it was originally 10%, and you can't really get more than that even if you stack it. So now they give us 20%. That's even better, a higher chance. Now we don't have to figure out whether if it stacks or not. It does not stack, so you only need one for this effects. And well, which I already explained it in the builds. Skill cooldown on perfect guard effect, 20 to 30%. Extend combo, 50 to 100%. Number of combo activate. I bet reduce 100 times to 70 times. Yeah, it was originally 100 times, so it's like, took so long to really trying to use that. But 70 times is still, for some characters, you might not even reach there, but it's just not going to work that well for this. There's a lot of legendary effects that are kind of, I don't know why they even bother to put in there. Like, it makes no sense. Like, flying speed, like, all of that stuff. Why there had to be a legendary for it? Like, it'd be easier just give us that speed buff or something. It's so much easier. So we don't have to waste our legendary accessory and just put on so I can fly faster, so I can recover my fly gauge a little bit like faster. Like, come on, man! Like that stuff should not even be on a legendary. They got better choices. That's the problem with all the effects on legendary that we have now. It's like, just like a bunch weird that makes no sense to have. Chance for enemy drop healing items rate 10 to 15%. So shockwave attack on dash. This is such a troll. Oh man, we increased roughly 600%. Yeah, I would like to see this build here, attack on dash build. It's actually a troll, but it's so much fun. If it makes work, then yo, that might be an interesting build, but I'll find out eventually. Grand Forge will be changed only include damage reduction, but increase attack. Oh, well, I mean, I thought she already have attack. Like for the last one, the 3 bars, you get the crit rate up, but it's not increase attack. But I guess the other one does not. I suppose they're gonna put one in somewhere. So, Brayton change not damage reduction, but increase attack. Nice. Hobo strike, stunner can now be charged. Good. Now Lin. Maximum distance for canceling. That would be great increase. 200%. Okay. Interesting. Whirlwind, tornado flux is increased. This is already really good. Like the tornado flux, that's a good effect if you want to put it on the crits on cooldown, just like Alice with a tornado. It's very, very good. No, I don't know why they didn't increase Alice though. Maybe it's already large because like Alice's tornado is insane with enhanced armament, but Agil could use the base buff. Certainly helps. Bomb drop, landmine, explode, expand by 2 times. Okay, 125%. Range of detection, xenon gravity, bullet, landmine, 1.5 time. His attack will be greatly increased 120%. Those 2 skills, some of these skills for them are pretty good, I suppose. Nonetheless, I'm not gonna complain too much because, like I say, they buff everything. So this is a really, really good patch for it. The adjustment, so definitely useful for the upcoming stuff. So planned adjustments or version for the next update, whenever that is. I don't know. I haven't get on the game yet tonight. So I don't think the update is tonight, but I think it's just for the upcoming. So they released the patch earlier, and yes, this is something we would love to have in the other SAO game. Like I've been saying it for so long. Can we please buff all the other weapons rather than just nerf dual wield just because it's broken, because it's too strong? I mean, why not just bring everything else up? That will pretty much make everything stand out. So, well, in this game at least they did it. So now every character should be pretty damn strong. I mean, geez, they were already strong. I mean, now with these buffs, I was playing without these things, and they were still hitting a lot. I mean, sure, it might not hit as hard as Kirito or Yuki or some other characters, but hey, I mean, for their own, on what they can do by themselves, like, yes, it is a lot. So yeah, this is a great update which they're gonna put out. So yeah, back to the topic. Like I say, people was like talking about, yeah, you think it's not a glitch and whatever, blah blah blah. It is. Problem solved. Like I say, they will nerf it if it's too broken, and they did. So we'll see how it goes afterward. And people are still gonna use her, but nonetheless, I'm gonna use her anyway. She's my healer, so it doesn't matter if they nerf or for DPS or anything, because it doesn't really bother me at all. So nonetheless, this is a wonderful upcoming update. So that's that for the patch note, not patch note, for the character adjustment. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy it. Until next time.